If you want to know how to create a six-figure income with the talent that you have with your music by effectively monetizing your audience, well, this is going to be an episode for you. Join me in my mission to help put at least 50,000 music artists on the right track to be independently successful with their music, to turn the talent that they have with their voice into gold. My name is Billy Nellis, and welcome to the Golden Voice Podcast. Boom! All right, so a couple weeks back, I had an exclusive interview that I recorded with one of my good friends from Artists Coaching, and it's on a framework how you can actually make it rain with your music. So I'm not going to waste any of your time, and let's cue it up right here, right now. Okay, so if you're here right now, I have a quick question for you. Do you want to discover the quickest way that you can go about getting an income of $5,000 to $10,000 per month as a producer or songwriter by effectively monetizing your audience? Well, if you want to find that out, you're in the right place right here, right now, because on this exclusive interview, I'm going to bring a friend of mine that I actually discovered on Instagram. And what really attracted me was the highly inspiring quote posts that you can find on her page, right? So she has been a musician and artist for 20 plus years. And through a personal development journey, she found a way to live a life full of passion and create, productive activities while helping other producers and songwriters start and grow their music businesses online. So without further ado, let me introduce to you Katerina Panopoulou. How you doing today?
Hey, Billy. So happy to be here with you today, and thank you for this wonderful introduction.
Awesome. It's always great to connect, and it's always great to have conversations together. So we're gonna go right into the interview. So why don't you go
Yeah.
ahead and share with us what made you get started with all of this? You know what I mean? Like, how did you discover what it is that you're sharing to some of your students with artist coaching and everything, so that they can get results? So share a little bit of how it all started for you.
Okay. Yeah. So at some point in my life, I wanted to make like a change. And one thing that I always like to do is to be working on projects that I feel passionate. So I was in a change career pathway, trying to figure out like something that I was feeling like really passionate about, and I decided to become a coach. And that was something, that I was kind of doing already, but not getting paid, to be honest, because I always love to see like the potential in others, the talent in others, and to kind of push them get to their best self and limits and live their best life. But you know how it goes, like people need to be ready to accept help. So I started like flirting with the idea of becoming a coach, and I knew that I couldn't do it on my own because I didn't have a clue on how to build a business around that. So I found my first business coach, and investing into a business coaching training, like to set up my business, like, and it was actually from scratch because really I had no clue. I didn't even know what would be my needs and who are going to be like the people that I was going to serve.
And that was
And
coming from, that was coming from initially being a musician and artist yourself, right? So that's where it kind of started, so that you can help other music artists as well, right?
yeah, I mean, in the beginning, I wasn't even sure about that. I just knew that I wanted to help people.
Right.
But at some point, I had to make like a decision. And because I was in a very fast-paced program, I had to make that decision really quick. And it only made sense, to start working with artists. Yeah, obviously, because I am an artist myself. I am doing like different stuff. Like I'm a musician, songwriter. I make videos and short films and all that. So I felt closer to artists. And, you know, I made this decision. To be honest, I wasn't 100% sure at the beginning. I just made the decision and went along with it. But I believe, you know, that I couldn't make like a better decision on working with artists. So anyway, I started applying the business stuff. And to be honest, at the beginning, it was very difficult. Like I had to go on 44 different phone calls in order to find my first client. And like you can imagine, I didn't have any guarantee that I will be able to make it. So I had like the business and the marketing in place, and I was putting in the work, but something was missing. And one thing that was missing was that my mindset wasn't in the right place. And I'm really happy that I understood about that soon. So I found like a second coach that helped me entirely with my mindset. And I practice that, upgrading my mindset and really seeing myself as a coach. I'm here from a place of service, you know, to serve and help others. And as soon as my mindset changed and went to the place that, you know, this is something that it is possible, I'm actually already doing it, then I found like my first clients and things start rolling. So that is why I now work on these two levels with the artists that I'm working with, and I help them with mindset, and also with business and strategies, because I believe that these are the things that are actually help me. And from the results that I see, these are the exact type of things that are helping clients get results as well.
Nice. This is awesome. You know, and I'm an advocate of this as well, because I'm continuously investing myself with coaching and mentorship to get ahead. And it's always a matter of being, you know, one step further than somebody that's a little bit behind you, so that you can help them with your experience, help them with the things that you're acquiring for yourself, so that you can help them with that and help them get ahead. I always say that success is about helping others get success as well. And that's what makes it fulfilling when you're moving forward. Now, what does the system look like? How did you figure out, you know, how to actually help an artist increase their income and becoming six-figure producers and songwriters? Like how did it come about, and what does the system look like that you're implementing, or that you're helping your music artist clients implementing?
I would say that there are three important elements that need to be in the right place. And the very first one has to do with branding, and what I call like creating a magnetic brand, like a brand that will magnetize people, that people will enjoy and get interested with, and create like a unique message, because each artist is different, is unique, has a different personality, and needs to create like a unique brand accordingly, but also to create like a strong message. And a strong message, like I see artists yelling like, oh, I'm here, like my stuff. And it's not about that. It's more about being unique, and it's more about having like a very clear message. If you do have a clear message, then once people come across your profile, your online presence, they understand who you are and what you do. And if you can do something for me, then immediately you catch my attention. And that's like the first thing that we are looking for, to create some interest and to create some attention. And as a second level, you know, to nurture this audience and turn them into our clients or super fans. But also, this is like the second step, to be able to create that connection, but with the right people. Because if you are talking to everyone, you are talking to no one. So we need to really be conscious about who is our audience, who is this ideal audience that we are looking for, and that we are looking to attract on a conscious level, not just randomly, those type of people like my music, or, you know, hang around or like my post. No, we are looking for the right people who eventually are going to be the people who we will be monetizing from. So the connect, like the second step is to connect this unique brand message with the right audience, because this is exactly what will help you monetize. And the third thing that we are working like at the same time is to create like the mindset for success, because it's never easy. And in fact, like the more that you are going in and you are going all in and you push forward and you start like building a business, the more difficulties you're going to find. Like it's never easy. So it is important to create like a mindset of success and resilience, and confidence that, you know, I'm moving forward one step at a time. I do have the right strategy that gives me the confidence, but at the same time, I have the internal confidence that if I move one step at a time every single day, I'm going to get to my goal. And another thing that I always like to explain is that we make decisions with a 5% conscious mind. We want to be happy, we want to be successful, we want good relationships, we want good things usually. Like I've never heard anyone saying, I want the worst for me. But the problem is that the 95%, which is the subconscious mind, actually makes the decision. It's like the programming that runs and was created by society, school, our family. So we make decisions on a level that we cannot control. And if we are not able to connect these 5% conscious and 95% subconscious to be like in the same decision, then we're not going to be having results, because we're going to be applying even the best strategy in the world, but we're going to have like the subconscious mind sabotaging us. So another thing that I'm helping my clients is to actually connect these two parts of the brain in order for them to become unstoppable. Because if you are unstoppable, sooner or later, you're going to get there. There is no other way.
Amazing,
So
amazing.
like the three basic phases and levels that we are connecting together.
Okay, great. So from what I'm understanding, and it's going to be something that's going to be ongoing, is really working on the mindset and what happens in the brain in order to be successful. Am I correct?
It's true. I mean, honestly, most of the people that I start working with, they come for the strategies. Like
Right.
very few come and they say, you know what, I realized that I need help with my mindset. Most of them come for the strategies, but every single one gets results as soon as they get the mindset in the right place. And it's funny
Right.
because when we have conversations like afterwards, and you know, I ask them what made you get results, everyone is talking about the mindset. It's like I'm a mindset coach, which I'm not. I consider myself like a business coach, but it's true. And this is exactly what has helped me, because I knew that this was possible generally, but until I started to believe that this was possible for me, I couldn't get anyone to say, okay, I'm ready to pay you. Okay, let's work together. People liked me, but like it is not even something conscious, like it's more energetic, you
Right.
know,
Right.
that is happening. But yeah, I believe that mindset is like number one.
So
It's a
from what I've learned even through my journey, and through the mentorship that I've been going through, coaching and all that good stuff, a lot of it starts from there. Like having the right mindset. If you don't have the right mindset approach, and recently I came across this quote that says, if you don't have the right mindsets, you won't get the right assets, and assets or of course things that are going to put money in your pocket, right? So for me, that's where it starts. So that's actually very important. Now, when you have a strategy and a plan after that, and you're saying how you have to build a magnetic message and build your brand, one that's in place, now you go ahead and connect that to the right people that you're going to attract for your business. And that's basically the steps that you take somebody to get to $5,000 or $10,000 per month as a music producer or songwriter by effectively monetizing the audience. Is that what I'm understanding?
absolutely yes.
Great, great. Now, from what you've seen, what do you think is stopping people from doing this or following this process?
Mindset.
It comes down to the mindset, right?
Yeah, definitely. Like it's funny because like I get to talk with people almost every day, and every single artist that I've been talking to pretty much dreams about making it with music
Right,
or their art. But the percentage of people who are actually willing to take action is very low. And that again has to do with the mindset, because at the end of the day, it's not investing like in me. It's actually investing in their own selves. It's investing
yeah,
in their own dreams. So I see like so many cases where we have like an amazing phone call, and they want to make it, and we talk about their dreams and desires and all that, and at the end they're like, maybe no, maybe bye bye, you know. So this has to do with the mindset, whether people admit it or no, because at the end of the day, if you don't believe in yourself enough, you're not going to be reaching out for help. Right.
right,
And yeah, I mean, some people even are aware of it. And I hear about perfectionism, procrastination, fear of failure, fear of, getting themselves out there. So there are so many conscious and unconscious blocks. So I believe that the first thing is mindset, because if your mindset is really, really strong, you might be even like able to find the strategies on your own, like
right,
even create strategies, right?
right,
But
right.
if the mindset is not in the right place, then even the best strategy in the work is not going to work, because you're going to sabotage it one way or
Exactly.
another.
So it comes with not having the right thinking process, the right way to think or what's on your mind, right? And for a lot of years, even in my journey, I discovered that I was doing to have, but I forgot to be. So being starts with how you think. It starts from the inside of you, right? And now it's become the person that you have to be to get the results. Then you're gonna do, and while you're doing that, because you become the right person, now you're gonna start having, and that's where the magic happens, right? So
Yeah.
that mindset is everything. Basically, is the foundation of where everything starts. So I was sharing on my Instagram recently that if you want to make money with your music, you have to start making money with your music in your mind, right? It has to be crystal clear in order for you to make it happen. That's where it starts, and now the focus becomes just that, and then you're going to start to attract that. That's going to become, like I was saying, the things that you're going to attract in your life, so that you can find those strategies that you're going to implement, that's going to start giving you the results and to start having. Now, what else do you think is stopping uh, producers or songwriters to get results with this kind of process? What else other than mindset would you say, from what you've seen, is stopping others from getting to their 5 or 10K months, or to become a six-figure producer or songwriter in the music space?
Another thing that I believe is stopping people is that it's too much chaos in knowledge out there. And in reality, you don't need a lot of knowledge. You don't need a lot of things. You just need to find the foundation and to set the foundation right. Like if you can master the foundation, uh, in terms of mindset, we already discussed about that, but also marketing, sales, and business. If you set your foundation right, you can go 5K, 10K, 20K, like you can go a long way ahead.
Right.
But the information out there is like too
There's a
much.
lot of
Like
it. There's a lot of it.
one person says that, the other person says the other. So what I see is people trying to combine like their free time, because some people have day jobs, other people have families, other people have family and day job, and they have very little time to be able
Limited
to
time. Yeah.
work, limited time, yeah, right. And at that time you need to have efficient strategies to work on. And like my motto is not work harder, and that's generally, but smarter, because you can be busy all day and be focusing on things that don't really matter. At the end of the day, end up frustrated and not have results. And you can focus on the main priorities, like the main things that will lead you to results, work way less, and be successful in your results. So actually, another thing is that how can I have like access to that one strategy that I can count on, that I can believe, and work on that and get results. And at the same time, like work smarter and not harder.
So, what would you say is the best advice that you can give to someone with the load of information that's out there, right? Because it can get overwhelming. Like there is not a shortage of information out there. What would be an advice that you would give to someone for them to get to the right information, so to speak? Like if someone was to come to you and be like, man, I saw this video about this and then that other thing about that. Of course, you can point them to the services that you can offer them, but what would be an advice in general that you can give to someone that is looking for the right information to implement to get results?
Yeah, first of all, I don't believe that you will never get like the full strategy for free out there. People are giving like parts of it, but you will never get like the full information and the full strategy. And again, this goes to mindset, because if you're expecting to get everything for free, then most probably you will attract other people who are looking for free stuff from you. Like I remember when I first got in sales and I was reading Grant Cardone, and one thing that got me, because I always was like a very, very difficult buyer. And he said, if you are a very difficult buyer, you will come across very difficult buyers. So become the opposite, like become a very easy buyer. And I have worked myself to become like the type of person that I buy. I don't need to overthink about every single stuff, because who you are going to attract as well. So it is important, if someone is serious about creating a sustainable business, to take it seriously enough to invest into learning and getting the proper help and guidance. And what I personally did is I found like, I did a little bit of research online, and I found a person who inspired me, and I trusted enough and liked enough. And I said, okay, this is going to be like my first coach. And ever since, I'm always like, I've worked with more than 5, 6 coaches, like, and I always work with coaches because I know that they can help me with my blind spots.
Right.
So I don't stay in my head stuck and pose, what should I do? What should I do? I have a person that can give me some feedback. So this is exactly what I would advise anyone to get some help, somebody to give them proper guidance. And
Awesome.
it doesn't have to be like a life decision, you know. It just has to be somebody who you trust enough and you like enough to say, come on, let's go, let's do it. And at the end of the day, I believe that if you are not willing to take any risk in life, you are not going to be
You're not gonna
moving
go ahead.
forward, for sure. Everything is a risk. So a calculated risk is something that we should all aim for.
Right. And one of the tricks that I personally use, and I look at somebody that's where I want to be, like that's 10 step ahead of me, and then people pay attention when they pay, right? I
Right.
love what you said about, expecting everything for free. There's only so much that you can absorb or that you can get when it comes to the free stuff. But when you pay attention, right? So I look at somebody that I look up to that's 10 step ahead of me, and then I seek out coaching and mentorship so that they can further share their process with me so that I can invest in myself and implement what they share with me so that I can get even 3, 4, 5 step ahead than where I am so that I can get results and stuff like that. So I love it. I really resonate with what you're sharing right here. Now, for somebody that's listened to this and be like, okay, so I want to go a little bit deeper and figure out how this can work for me. So what's the next step? How can somebody take action with this?
So we are actually organizing a live masterclass in February, and I give you the mic to share the details, Billy.
Exactly. So I had the honor of working with Katerina to put together a live masterclass that we call the Musician Rainmaker Live Masterclass. It's happening on February the 18th at 11 a.m. EST. You can do the conversion of that to see when it's going to happen for you at what time on that day. And basically is we want to go a little bit deeper and show you exactly the fastest path on how you can become a 6-figure music producer, songwriter by effectively monetizing your audience, right? So if you want to attend right now, click on the button below, get your VIP ticket for it, because if you're anything like me or Katerina, we like the very important person treatment, right? So we're going to go in and we're going to help you and answer the questions that you may have with the process that Katerina is going to lay it out on the live masterclass. And it's really important for you to understand that the steps that we laid here is what we're going to go deeper on, right? The mindset that you have to have for success, then building your brand and really creating a magnetic message so that you can go out there and connect that with your audience, attract more of your ideal customer, start to grow your business, and go closer to start having $5,000 to $10,000 months as a music producer or a songwriter by effectively monetizing your audience. All right. So with that said, all you have to do, click on the button below right now or the link that you see around on this page, or go to www.musicianrainmakerlive.com, or the button that you see around this video, depending on where you are, because this video is going to go ways online so that we can serve the people that are going to need this information. And grab your VIP ticket, and hopefully we'll see you on the live masterclass. Well, we'll hold an exclusive live Q&A session as well so that we can answer your questions, things that may be unclear, to get you closer to the success path that you have to follow in order for you to become a 6-figure producer or songwriter this year, right? It's going to be the fastest way. We're not talking about in 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, or 10 years. We're talking about in 3 months, you can possibly start having $5,000 to $10,000 months as a producer, a songwriter, by effectively monetizing your audience and knowing exactly with a specific plan on how to get to that this year and moving forward. All right. So we are looking forward to see you on the Musician Rainmaker Live Masterclass. If you want to make it rain with your music, and make it rain is, of course, getting, that cash flow start to flowing so that you can do whatever you want to do with what you're so passionate about, which is the music. And yeah, we're looking forward to share that value. I'm going to be the MC for the event. Your host is going to be Katerina Panopoulou, of course. And yeah, we're looking forward to go deeper on the matter so that we can get you to your $10,000 months as a producer, a songwriter. Any last word in closing, Katerina?
Can't wait to see you all there.
All right.
And make it rain.
Exactly. All right, guys. Click on the button below, the link around this page or wherever you're at. Go to www.musicianrainmakerlive.com, and we are looking forward to see you on the live masterclass on February the 18th, 11 a.m. Eastern. Let's go.